Greetings from Guinea. It's been 2 weeks. I wasn't able to record last week because there was a big event happened. We have a solar battery power system at our center because we are far away from the capital city and the major city in Guinea. There's no electricity here, no running water as well. So we use the solar panel to charge the battery, and through that we use all the school systems like projectors, printers, and the light and computers as well. And what happened last 2 weeks ago, on Monday morning, we went to Farana to get some supplies. Farana is about 5 kilometers from our village, and that's one of the smallest city in Guinea. And after shopping was done, supply was purchased, and when we returned, we saw the smoke coming out of one of our building, and we were shocked. And then we found out that there was a fire in the upper room. There used to be an office, but we turned it into a solar panel system room. That's where batteries are located, and all the power supply comes from there. And I heard that there was 2 explosions happened from that room. And when they opened the door, there was a black smoke everywhere, and it was just chaos. When I got back to our center, the fire was put out, so there was some smoke coming out of the room, but it was contained. So, however, when I walked in there with a mask on, because there was a lot of smoke and smell, there was spark everywhere coming from the batteries. So I had to quickly disconnect all the batteries and cut all the lines because it's already burned. So I thought it was done. So I expected to throw away everything. However, after cleaning up all the systems, I checked the batteries to see how much power it had. To my surprise, 8 out of 10 batteries had a 12 voltage or above. So which means that we could connect it to, use it as some lights for the lights at night, and other appliances that we have. So quickly I was able to salvage what we have. So 2 batteries already gone. One just couldn't hold the voltage. The other one was melted down to the point where the wires cannot be connected. So we took out 2 batteries out, and we were able to connect the 8 batteries to just run for tests, see if how long it can last, we can use at the center. Basically at the center we run the school, so we need to use the generators, projectors and printers and lights, computers, just like most schools will use. We usually limit what we can do because we have to calculate how much power that we have. So we try to consume as little as possible. Since this calamity happened, we had to just limit what we can do with the electricity. But I was pleasantly surprised that 8 batteries still worked. I'm not sure how much capacity or efficiency it will have. It was brand new batteries we recently purchased. So I'm going to contact the supplier in Conakry to see what they say. I think that it could be possible the battery malfunctioned, or the charger malfunctioned so that it somehow blew up the batteries. As I made a video a while ago about the solar panel system that we use, in M4 mission fields, there's no running electricity here. So we purchased the solar panels, and then we connect them to the charger. So charger regulates the charging of the batteries. So if the battery power is full, it should lower down the charging. I guess it malfunctioned. It's supposed to lower the voltage but it didn't. So two of the batteries were just couldn't hold the temperature and it just exploded. I asked all the missionaries in Guinea about this incident and I asked for advice what could cause that. So to my surprise, none replied. One of them with a concern called, so we spoke over the phone and he kind of mentioned that it's possible that it was overcharging. The charger was malfunctioned. Anyway, information field is a difficult place in many ways. However, this fire that started at our center, one thing that was I feel as that God is protecting us is that only two batteries exploded when there was nobody inside the room. Afterwards, I'm looking back, reminiscing on this event. What if another battery blew up while the workers and the co-workers walked in there to put out the fire? It could have, hurt the co-workers when the battery explodes. One time it happened when I was in the US. One man was helping me jumpstart the car and apparently he crossed plus to minus and minus to plus and he told me to go and start the car. And apparently I said, don't you have to put plus to plus and minus to minus? And he said, oh, because the terminal is broken terminal has to be plus. I was very young. I was a high school student back then when I was stuck on the highway. This one older gentleman who was helping me, he crossed over plus to minus. And I didn't know, he sounded like he knew. He said that this terminal is broken, so you have to connect a plus. But that broken terminal was negative. So he was connecting negative to positive and positive to negative like this. And he asked me to start the car. I did ask him, don't you have to do plus to plus and minus to minus? But he insisted, go start the car. I know, about cars. When I started the car, battery just exploded. And when I came out, he had bloody face. Blood was coming out everywhere. I felt shocked and I felt sorry for the guy who was trying to help me. But he said it was plus to minus, just he was holding it because terminal was broken. That experience reminded me of explosion. So what if the coworkers were trying to put out the fire in the room and then battery exploded? It could have hurt the coworkers. Through this event, nobody got hurt. So I was thankful. And besides that, the fire was put out within an hour, I think. And when I got there, it was already, fire was gone. And the room was a mess, but it didn't, caught fire on the downstairs where we were living, but only the room upstairs that was totally destroyed. It took almost a whole week to clean up and make it work. But thankfully, 8 of the batteries, as I mentioned, still work, so we have some electricity. We will continue to work on it and see to make our operation normal. I'm almost done. And one more thing that was God's grace, I think it was, because we needed the inverter to connect. So I went to Farana, which is only 5 kilometers away, and it's about 400 kilometers or miles away from the capital city. So I didn't expect to find the inverter. So Inverter inverts the battery DC power 12 voltage to 110 so that we can use appliances. So when I went there, first place I got there, the guy was asking for the price of inverter. I found one, but he was asking way too much, about twice as much as what it cost to buy in the US. So I tried to lower the price, but he didn't budge. So I kind of gave up. And then I was going to buy other supplies that we needed. And then I saw another store, new store that I haven't seen with the solar panels outside. So I walked in to find out if they had any system there. And he showed me one of the inverter. It was, very cheap looking inverter, but it was pretty heavy. So asked for the price, and he quoted about half of the price of the previous one. So I told him, if it doesn't work, I can return it, right? And I got a receipt and I paid for it and brought it to the center, and I connected and it worked beautifully. So it helped us greatly. Now, Info Mission is really needs a lot of prayers. I hope in spite of all the difficulties and this kind of calamities and unseen, unexpected events that can happen, but we will continue to do the work here. Pray for us, and if you want to join us to finish the task in our generation, that will be God's calling. May God call you to partnership with him to finish the task in our generation. It's been 2,000 years. Thank you for watching this video. It's been 2,000 years. Remember, God commanded us to go. Now we need more people going to the ends of the earth. There are a lot of mission work done in cities, in a foreign field, but we need to go beyond the work is already been started and doing. We continue to pray for them, but we need more people catching the vision, go beyond where missionaries are and the churches are, and to the ends of the earth. That's what Jesus is doing with us, and you can continue to pray with us to participate in the work that God is doing. May God bless you. Thank you for your prayers once again.